When it comes to protecting your business or personal data, having a cloud backup system in place is just the first step. The real test of your backup strategy is whether you can actually restore your data when disaster strikes. Unfortunately, many people assume that just because their backups are running, they are safe. But without regular testing, you could be setting yourself up for a nasty surprise when you need that data the most. That's why in this video we're going to break down how to test your cloud backup system regularly, step by step, so you can be confident that your data is not just backed up, but also recoverable. Let's start with the basics. The first thing you need to do is verify your backup schedules. Most cloud backup systems are designed to run automatically at set intervals, whether daily, weekly, or hourly. But you can't just set it and forget it. You need to check the logs or reports that your backup service provides and make sure there are no errors, no missed schedules, and no incomplete jobs. This step ensures that your backups are actually happening when they are supposed to. Think of it like checking the fuel gauge in your car before a long trip. You wouldn't drive without making sure you have enough fuel. And you shouldn't rely on backups without confirming they are running properly. Once you've verified that your backups are occurring on schedule, the next critical step is to perform test restores. This is where many businesses fall short. Backups are useless if you can't restore the data when needed. To test this, pick random files, folders, or databases and try restoring them to a test environment. The goal here is twofold. First, you want to see whether the restore process works without errors. Second, you need to check whether the restored files are usable, complete, and not corrupted. A good practice is to test both full restores, like bringing back an entire server or database, and granular restores, such as restoring just a single file or email. This gives you confidence that your backup system works across different levels of recovery. Beyond manual test restores, you should also take advantage of automated integrity checks. Many cloud backup providers include features that verify data integrity using hash values or checksums. These checks confirm that the files you've backed up are identical to the originals and that they haven't been corrupted during transfer or storage. If your provider offers automated verification, make sure it's turned on and running regularly. If not, you may need to manually validate by comparing file sizes or metadata. These checks are like a doctor's routine health exam for your data. They ensure that everything is healthy behind the scenes. The next step is to run disaster recovery simulations. This might sound intimidating, but it's one of the most valuable ways to test your backup system. Don't just test small files. Simulate a real-world failure, such as a server crash, ransomware attack, or complete system outage. Then attempt to restore your system from the cloud backup to a fresh server or virtual machine. This will show you how long it takes to get back up and running, and whether the restored environment works the way it should. Pay close attention to two critical metrics here. The first is your recovery time objective, or RTO, which is how long it takes to restore operations. The second is your recovery point objective, or RPO, which is how much data you might lose between the last backup and the failure. Regular testing against these benchmarks ensures your disaster recovery strategy matches your business needs. Another area to test is versioning and retention. Cloud backup systems often keep multiple versions of files, allowing you to go back to earlier versions if data becomes corrupted or accidentally deleted. During your tests, make sure you can restore not just the latest file, but also older versions. Check that your retention policies, whether 30 days, 60 days, or 90 days, are actually being enforced by your provider. This step is particularly important in cases where an employee accidentally overwrites a file, or when ransomware encrypts the most recent version of your data. Having the ability to restore an earlier, clean version can be a lifesaver. Security is another crucial aspect of testing. Your backup is only valuable if it is safe from unauthorized access. As part of your regular tests, review who has permission to access your backup system and confirm that only authorized users can restore data. Test whether encryption is applied both in storage and during transfer. If your cloud backup system supports multi-factor authentication, make sure it's enabled and working properly. This ensures that even if someone manages to get hold of your login credentials, they won't be able to compromise your backups. Now, testing isn't just about performing technical steps. It's also about documentation and continuous improvement. Each time you run a test, record the results. Document what was restored, how long it took, any issues you ran into, and whether the process met your recovery objectives. Share these results with your IT team or management. If you discover problems, take corrective actions and update your backup or recovery policies accordingly. Over time, this documentation becomes an invaluable resource, proving that you've taken proper measures to safeguard your data and helping you refine your backup strategy. So, how often should you test your cloud backup system? The answer depends on your business size and the criticality of your data. As a general rule of thumb, you should test file-level restores at least monthly. This ensures that small, everyday recoveries will work when you need them. On a quarterly basis, test larger restores, such as databases or applications. And at least once a year, perform a full-scale disaster recovery drill where you attempt to restore an entire system or environment. By spreading out your testing schedule in this way, you can balance thoroughness with practicality. One thing to remember is that testing your backups should be treated like insurance. You hope you'll never need it, but when disaster strikes, you'll be glad you have it. Without regular testing, you're essentially gambling with your data. A backup system that has never been tested is no backup system at all. To summarize, here are the main steps for testing your cloud backup system regularly. Verify your backup schedules to make sure everything is running on time. Perform test restores of both full systems and individual files. Use automated integrity checks to confirm data accuracy. Simulate disaster recovery scenarios to measure RTO and RPO. Test versioning and retention policies to ensure older data can be restored. Review security measures to keep your backup safe from unauthorized access. Document your test results and adjust your strategy as needed. And finally, establish a regular testing schedule that covers monthly, quarterly, and annual drills. By following these steps, you'll gain confidence that your cloud backup system is not only running in the background, but that it will actually protect you when you need it most. Remember, the value of a backup is not in creating it, but in successfully restoring it. Regular testing is the key to turning your backup system into a reliable safety net for your data.